Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. Now, here's John Truman Wolfe.
Hello, America. Welcome to the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. I'm John Truman Wolfe. I got a really good show for you today, an educational show that's going to teach those of you that want to understand when and how you select the purchase of precious metals, gold or silver, or for that matter, other commodities. This is a technology that's very workable. Nothing is perfect, but this technology has served me well for years and many others. Before we get into that, let me do our weekly update of the financial markets. The Dow closed today 27,386, up 185. Again, the Dow has been trading, for those of you that follow such things, the Dow Jones Industrial Average has been trading between 25,000 and 27,000, right in that range. It has broken, edged up now towards 30,000 in the last couple of days. And frankly, while I'm not a fan of equities, this graph on the Dow Jones does not look like a top. It does not look like it's going to, distribute or crash, at least in the foreseeable future. The S&P closed at 3349, up 21. I didn't get the NASDAQ closing. It has been breaking records every single day for those of you that follow it. And so the big tech companies driving the NASDAQ, which is perhaps the subject of another show, the power that big tech has now, Google, Facebook, Twitter, on the lives of Americans and frankly, folks around the world. The cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin closed at 11,779, up 141. Bitcoin, the cryptocurrencies in general have been moving up. Bitcoin in particular, they're the granddaddy of cryptocurrencies. If you're a person who is thinking about putting your toe into the cryptocurrency market, and even if you're, a veteran, Bitcoin currently has about 80%, 79% actually, per a report I read last night, 79% of the cryptocurrency market, making it, they're the 900-pound gorilla. There are other cryptocurrencies. Again, for those of you that follow this, know that there are thousands. There's thousands of cryptocurrencies. There's really a handful that are, at least in my opinion, substantive, and Bitcoin is certainly one of them. Ethereum closed 394.96, up down 339. Ripple closed at 30.30, up a little bit. Gold, which we'll talk about when we come back, closed at 2070, ladies and gentlemen, 2070, up $23.70. Silver closed at 29.39, up $1.95. Silver has gone mad. We will come back and talk about these things, how to buy, when to buy, when we come back from these messages. I'm John Truman Wolfe. This is the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. Stay with us. You'll be interested, I think, in what we have to say on the other side.
In this time of global uncertainty, you need sound financial information to keep your investments, your future, as safe as possible. The Strategic Financial Intelligence Newsletter, created by John Truman Wolfe, #1 best-selling author and renowned financial consultant to governments around the world, is your most valuable asset. A monthly goldmine of the vital insight and insider information you need to stay on top. Right now, financial security is critical. That's why, for a limited time, we're dropping our price from $249 annually to just just $99. That includes access to the entire Strategic Financial Intelligence archives covering everything from precious metals, offshore banking, to cryptocurrencies, and the wildly heralded seminar on the covert agenda that has backed the U.S. dollar for at least 50 years, and more. Sign up now at strategicfinancialintelligence.com. That's strategicfinancialintelligence.com.
All right, folks, we're back. This is the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. I am John Truman Wolfe, your host, and we're going to talk today about how to buy gold and silver and when to buy it and when to sell it. These are questions that people ask me repeatedly, and so we're going to do a little screen sharing here with the studio. I'm gonna our great producer Mike is gonna put a graph up here shortly, but let me give you some introductory comments. These markets, this is probably no surprise to many of you, are controlled. They're manipulated. The commodities markets, we can get into the stocks and so forth as well, but they're manipulated. And how they are manipulated can be seen in the graphs of the commodity, whether gold or silver or platinum or palladium or virtually any currency commodity. If you look at the graphs, particularly long-term graphs, not short-term graphs, you can see, one, that the commodity is being controlled and manipulated, and more importantly, what the manipulators are doing to accumulate the commodity and then to run it up. Typically, there is a base to a commodity. By that, and the definition of a base is basically a long-term pricing within a tight price range. So if you look at a graph, it looks like the commodity can't go up. It'll go up little bits and down little bits, but from a long-term perspective, all you see is the commodity trading in a certain range. I think the studio is going to put a graph up. I've got one here, which I was having trouble. Is it up, Mike? It's up. All right, good. So you'll see if there's a 5-year gold graph up that you should be able to see, folks. And if you look at it, this goes back to August 2015. You see that the price of gold cannot seemingly cannot break $1,400 an ounce. You see it back trading, way back at the beginning in the 1,200 range, and then it looks like it's going up. It is going up, but those that would hold the commodity would get perhaps excited about the fact that it has moved up from. There's a low there around around 1,100, and it moves up to close to 1,400, and then down it goes. And so this manipulates people's, besides the price, it manipulates people's emotions relative to the commodity, because those that have been collecting gold, saving gold, accumulating gold for some time, if they bought back at 1,100, for instance, and now up it goes a few hundred points, and they think, all right, now's the time for gold to break. But it doesn't. It gets close to 1,400, and then down it goes. And those that manipulate it can force the price down by selling into the demand. They just flood the market, so there's too much demand, and the price goes down. So you see it go down. If you can look at the graph there, go down from close to 1,400 down to below 1,200. And then it just kind of, for lack of a better word, limps along there for a few years. A base is normally, by long I mean In stocks and in the commodities here, you'll see a minimum of 3 years. In this particular graph, you've got a 5-year graph. And the base is, in this 1,200 to 1,400 range. You can see it there. And my point back last year was, looking at this graph, I know two things. I know, one, it's being accumulated. There are big traders accumulating this. They don't want the price to break up yet because they haven't accumulated enough of it. You have to look at this from kind of the viewpoint of I was going to say a criminal. That's not really fair, but someone who is controlling the price of the commodity for their own benefit. So they're accumulating there over a period of years. How much they accumulated, I don't know, but I can look at that and go, if I look at the graph back to August 19th, August 2019, and say, okay, good. If this breaks 1,400 an ounce, then it's going to go. It means the people that have been accumulating this commodity for this period of time are now ready to send this commodity price up. And so it goes. And so I said, well, if it breaks 1,400, up it goes. The bull market in gold will have started because the people that have been accumulating for all of these years are now doing everything they can to drive the price up. So what's happened in the last year, folks? Those of you that follow precious metals know that gold has gone from, you see it breaks 1,400 last August, a year ago, 1,400 an ounce, and then it basically soars. And today closed at close to $2,100 now. It's $20.70 an ounce. I'll show you the graph that I look at. This should be the one that's on your screen, but I'm just showing you this so you can see what I'm looking at. And those are the graphs that I follow. That graph is available from kitco.com, which is, I don't know if it's the main gold and silver trading site, but it's one of the main ones. And there's all kinds of information on precious metals at Kitco. And so you can see the price break 1,400. You can see it go up. Now, nothing goes straight up. I mean, there's not a commodity that I've ever seen that goes straight up. So you see in about March of this year, it dips. You see it go from, what is that? Maybe 1,650 down to maybe 1,450. I'm just ballparking those numbers. But those that shakedown, which dropped the price of gold about $100 an ounce, is designed to scare out people and have them sell. Again, the manipulators buy during those shakeouts, but it's just a shakeout. And there is the certainty one can have, having looked at a 5-year graph and the breakout of that 5-year graph, that these guys are going to run the price up. It returns, as you can see, and heads up. Again, closing today at 2070. And we'll talk some more about when to sell this and also about silver. All right, we'll be right back after this. I'm John Truman Wolfe. This is the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. Do stay with us.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
When you really want Italian food, you've got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. My dear friends, today things are so confusing. It's enough to boggle the mind. That's why it's vitally important. In fact, it's an absolute imperative that you indulge in brain food, provided by the noted Institute of Good Times and Great Yum Yums, Columbo's. Just come on down. Columbo's provides the remedies and elixirs, such as mouth-watering steaks, incredibly edible seafood, Columbo's family secret Italian specialties, and the pièce de resistance, the world's greatest meatballs. Imagine margaritas on the Columbo's patio, cerveza and other liquid refreshments, or take your pick and bring it all back home and enjoy the great indoors. Columbo's, saving the world from gloom and doom with great grub and glee. Happy, happy, happy Columbo's. Mangia bene.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the Tax Helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. That's 800-932-1597.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm John Truman Wolfe. This is the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. We're talking today about when you purchase precious metals, how you purchase them, how to read a graph of whether it's gold, silver, or other for that matter, but we're using precious metals as the instruction commodity, and it's a good one because in both the case of gold and silver, there have been long-term bases, trading ranges that have been flat for some years, and in both cases they have broken out. Interestingly, gold did not break out of its trading range at 1,400 until a year ago, and then for those who think and have said that gold and silver run in tandem, there's certainly truth in that, but they don't necessarily run exactly the same. And so the base on silver was $19 an ounce, and silver traded in a range below that for several years, similar to gold trading below 1,400. Silver traded below 19. There's this apparency that it can't break 19, that it can't break 19. It's quote, designed to be discouraging to people that are holding that commodity. So they sell, the manipulators buy. And then when silver broke 19, and we're now just talking about a few weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I was able to say, okay, good. The silver precious metals bull market has started. And the crystal ball there, of course, is not a crystal ball, but the crystal ball is the graph. You can look at the graph and go, okay, good. Manipulators have been holding this commodity, buying and holding this commodity for years. They have made it appear that the price cannot exceed $19. And then when it breaks 19, it's, Katie barred the doors. I said, okay, good. The bull market in silver has started. And today, folks, silver now, after just 3 weeks, is up to, it's up $10. It's up to $29 and change in a matter of, I think it's less than a month. I have to go back and look and see the day that silver broke 19, but maybe it's been 30 days. So this is how you assess a commodity, whether it's gold, silver, or if you're other commodities. This system works because you'll see everything from cotton to soybean oil to sugar to whatever have these bases, which means that there are manipulators holding the price down so that they can accumulate it. I know I'm making this point over and over, but you have to understand what's going on here because that is what's happening. You can see the same thing in stocks if you look at a stock, but you have to look long term. You definitely have to look long term. So there are 4 stages to this game. And the first stage is the base. The second stage is the breakout and the run-up. And so you see, and on that gold graph that was up a bit ago, you'll see it start to run up. And you can watch the press support the run-up. And you might think that's very conspiratorial. I'll give you an example. I was trading a commodity some years ago, and I had just learned this technology and had drilled it myself and then started applying it. Excuse me. And I bought some of this commodity. I guess I can confess it was it was sugar. So sugar trades like any other commodity, and I wasn't buying it because it was sugar. I was buying it simply because its graph was, had a base to it. I had a long-term base, which meant I looked at it and I went, okay, good. Somebody's accumulating contracts of sugar. So I accumulated it. There was a point at which, believe it or not, the World Sugar Council, that may or may not be the proper name for the organization, but this was the planetary organization that controlled sugar. And they released a press release which said the price of sugar will never get above X. We're going to hold it to X. I think it was 8 cents a pound. I'm not even sure, but something like that. So I read this press release. I go, oh, they want to make sure that people don't buy it. I'll tell you what I did when we come back from the break, because it's a great example of how these markets are manipulated. I'm John Truman Wolfe. This is the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Attention Italian food lovers. Angelo's and Vinci's Ristorante in Fullerton, California is open for takeout with wine. Can you believe it? Angelo's and Vinci's Takeout is now able to offer you a nice bottle of wine to enjoy with your meal. Order today and get 1/2 price on our special selection of Pinot Grigio, Chianti, Chardonnay, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot. Mamma mia! Order today at Angelo's and Vinci's from our complete award-winning menu and get some great wine for 1/2 price. We hope you're healthy and safe. We want to keep you well fed. Wapo's To Go Kitchen is open from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day, or you can order through DoorDash. Pizza dough, bread, sauces still being made fresh every day. Angelo's and Vinci's named Best Italian Restaurant on the Orange County Hot List. Call 714-879-4022. Angelo's and Vinci's, 550 North Harbor in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. That's 714-879-4022.
In this time of global uncertainty, you need sound financial information to keep your investments, your future, as safe as possible. The Strategic Financial Intelligence Newsletter, created by John Truman Wolfe, #1 best-selling author and renowned financial consultant to governments around the world, is your most valuable asset. A monthly goldmine of the vital insight and insider information you need to stay on top. Right now, financial security is critical. That's why, for a limited time, we're dropping our price from $249 annually to just $99. That includes access to the entire Strategic Financial Intelligence archives, covering everything from precious metals, offshore banking, to cryptocurrencies, and the wildly heralded seminar on the covert agenda that has backed the U.S. dollar for at least 50 years and more. Sign up now at strategicfinancialintelligence.com. That's strategicfinancialintelligence.com.
All right, folks, we are back. I'm John Truman Wolfe. This is the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. We are talking about how and when to purchase precious metals or other commodities. So I was telling a story there before the break, and I was just kind of cutting my teeth on trading these commodities, and there was the commodity of sugar had a long base to it, and so I bought a contract. And I just rode with it for a while. I rode with it. And then, as I said before the break, there was a press release that came out that said that, I don't know, was it the United Sugar Council? I don't remember the name, but it's the organization of which sugar manufacturers, producers belong. And they said the price of sugar is not going above 8 cents, period. And I think my purchase was around 7 cents. And I thought to myself, why are they issuing that? Because they don't want other people to buy it. So I bought another contract. I went, okay, well, if they're trying to push it down, I figure there's some kind of ulterior motive. So I bought another contract, and it went along for a while, and then it broke to the upside. Maybe, I don't know, some months later. And, it went up and up. And, these commodities, I repeat, never go straight up. They go up, they, set back down. They go up, they set back down. But the trend is up. And that's really the second stage of this technology, because there's a base. The base is broken, and then there's the run-up, and the price of the commodity goes up and up and up. And trust me, there's all kinds of press releases that come out of the financial press that explain why the price of the commodity is going up. It's PR. It's just PR, because the fundamentals should move these commodities, and perhaps sometimes they do. I'm not saying that never happens, but you can look at, I remember holding gold back during the Iraq war. Did it move? No, not much. You'd think, okay, good, it's going to go up. So there'll be press releases that come out as the commodity is going up, and then when it gets near the top, where those that have accumulated the commodity are now going to distribute it, and that's step 3, is the distribution. So you have a period of run-up. The period of run-up usually lasts, depends on the commodity, but it usually lasts a couple of years, sometimes longer. That's why I can say with great confidence, at least confidence from my perspective, that the gold and silver markets have a long way to go, because the run-up is just really started. I mean, gold's broken out and has started its run, and it's been moving for a year, from August 2019 to now, a year later, and it's gone from 1,400 to, again, almost 2,100 today, so almost 700 points up. But trust me, this is not the end of the gold run-up. Silver, just a commodity move this fast, and it usually tells me they'll set it, there'll be a setback here shortly. But silver, as I said earlier, has gone in the last month from 19 to 29. So you get a lot of people diving in, and then the manipulators will sell off a bunch of silver, and you'll see a dip in the price of silver, and people will go, oh, I thought this was silver's, big run, and I guess not. But trust me, it's just a shakeout. Silver has got a long way to go. How high? I don't know. That crystal ball I don't have. Different prognosticators. The couple of guys that, there's several people in the financial newsletter business, as am I, and they're predicting $50 silver, $100 silver. Certainly $50 silver would not surprise me at all, not at all. $100 silver is certainly possible, definitely possible. And let me take a minute and give. I don't want to sound like a used car salesman, but give a commercial for my newsletter, strategicfinancialintelligence.com, because in the newsletter, I call these things and give very specific advice. And this month's newsletter, which is about to come out in the next day or two, names specific gold and silver stocks, the graphs of which I have looked at and, bought. So if you want to get some suggestions, some recommendations on gold and silver stocks, which give you leverage, right? You're not, you're going to buy an ounce of gold today, it's $2,100, but you can buy gold stocks for, the so-called junior mining stocks for, $1.50, some are less, some are more. The big guys the big mining companies, of course, are more than that, but you can buy what are called junior mining stocks for very, very inexpensive prices. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know how the management is and what their drill results are. But I have made some recommendations in the newsletter, which this month's newsletter will be out, in a couple of days. It's got to get formatted, and then it'll be released. So look, strategicfinancialintelligence.com. If you want to follow this stuff, if you want to make a few bucks doing this, I recommend the newsletter because I say and tell in there what I'm doing, and look at these stocks very, very closely myself. Obviously, I'm buying them for my own account, and then make the recommendations. I also have input from experts in the field for the fundamentals of it. Does this mine have gold in it? Is it a viable source, and so forth? So You have step one, you have the base, and then you have the run up. And when we come back, we're going to talk about what happens after the run up. You stay with us. We'll be back. This next graph is going to surprise you. I'll be right back. I'm John Truman Wolfe. This is the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour.
How would you like to save up to $500 on your next vacation package? Any vacation package anywhere in the world. Just call Superior Travel and mention the code RADIO and save up to $500. We'll design a custom, fantastic vacation just for you with all the bells and whistles. Not some cookie-cutter vacation, but a unique, all-included vacation customized by one of our exclusive travel experts. And our service is completely free. You pay nothing more. So why waste your time? Let us do it for you. We've got over 100 years of travel experience to help create the perfect trip for you. Call now and learn how to save up to $500 on your next custom vacation. Pick up the phone, call Superior Travel, and use the code word RADIO.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. That's 800-378-3212.
Hi, folks. John Truman Wolfe here with the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. We're talking about when to buy commodities. We've been talking specifically about gold and silver, but also the technology of when to buy, how to buy, and we're going to talk now about when to sell. There should be a graph up on your screen that shows this isn't a precious metal. It happens to be a graph on Ethereum. Ethereum, for those of you that don't know, is a cryptocurrency. Ethereum provides the technology for companies and governments to create blockchain, which is a technology that enables the transmission and communication of not only money, but goods and even services. So I'm just showing this because of the graph, and it's classic. So you can see, I'm looking at the graph on my cell phone, but you can see the base, pardon me, back there in 2016, 2017. This is when Ethereum was just starting, but you see the break there at, I don't know, 2-3 months into 2017. And then it goes up and up, hits almost 400. And then it shakes down a lot, actually, to below 200. And if you'd bought Ethereum back, in 2016, early 2017, and I don't have the prices there, but it would have been very, very inexpensive, and it had run up to 400, you would have made a killing. And probably with the breakdown in the price from close to 400 down to, looks like that went to maybe 195 or something like that, you'd have thought that run was over, that the run up was over. no. As you can see from the graph, it continued up for another, another year, give or take, to $1,400. So if you'd have bought back in 2016 and held on, man, you made a lot of bread. Now, so the run up on this particular commodity, which happens to be a cryptocurrency, is a classic example of what you will find on other commodities. Gold and or silver will look like this at some point, believe me. But the run up again is just starting. So this goes, the run up continues and continues, and then at some point, those who bought and manipulated the price and kept it flat for a long period of time, they now sell at the top. Now the supply exceeds the demand, and what happens to the price? It crashes. And I could show you graphs like this on gold, silver, cotton, soybeans, treasury bill, virtually every commodity, not every one, but virtually every one goes through this kind of scenario. While the run-up is going on, as you can see, 2018 is primarily the period of the run-up, and there's all kinds of good news in the press. I'll get back of the sugar I bought. So I'll go back to that. I bought a second. Sugar Council said it's not going to go higher, and then it started running up, and it ran up, and long story short, modesty aside, it got up to, I'm trying to think of where it was when I sold, but I made, a fair piece of change on that particular transactions. It was up. The graph looked like it was maybe getting into distribution. I couldn't tell for sure. It's hard to call those distribution tops. So I called my broker. I said, what does the brokerage house, I won't give the name of it, what does the brokerage house say about sugar? He said, I just got a memo from the head office that said, sugar's great. It's a buy recommendation from corporate. I said, sell, which he did. And a couple of days later, it went up another couple of little points, and it crashed. This is the scenario that gold and silver will go through. And your question becomes, how do I know it's a distribution top? It's a hard one. One, you kind of watch for positive PR because the people who are manipulating these commodities have a way to get their PR into the financial press. And also, what you want to watch for is heavy distribution. And most of these graphs, this one doesn't, but most graphs of most commodities, they have at the bottom what the degree of trading, what is the volume. And if the volume is going up, then the guys that accumulated it way back when are selling. And others who think they're, going to hit a home run are buying. And they're getting in too late. All right, we're going to come back now with some final words on how and when to do this. I'm John Truman Wolfe. This is the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. We'll be right back.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. Call right now. 888-912-1332.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master planned destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS? Newsflash, the president has changed the tax laws, and now you may be able to pay the IRS less. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, the tax doctor can help you pay the IRS as little as possible allowed by law. There are new tax laws for business owners, the self-employed, even W-2 workers. If you have a back tax problem or a few years of unfilled returns, new help to save you money is now here. Call right now to see how the new tax laws can help you. Plus, right now, we'll waive the consultation fee and give you a free tax savings report. Attention business owners, the self-employed, and W-2 workers. Make this free call to the tax doctor now and learn how to take advantage of the new tax laws that may help you pay the IRS less.
800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. That's 800-985-1610.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm John Truman Wolfe. This is the John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. And we are talking about the buying and selling of commodities, gold and silver and others. There is still a graph up there. That graph happens to be of the cryptocurrency Ethereum, which has gone through the 4 stages of pricing. A long base, a run-up with shakeouts in it, because when these commodities run up, there are always periods of shakeout, meaning points at which the manipulators want to shake you out and get you to sell so they can buy some more. Ethereum runs from, I don't have exact dates there, but it looks like, I don't know, around March of 2017, it starts up. And then it runs up through 2018, at which point there is a distribution top all the way at $1,400 for an Ethereum, and then it crashes down. Now, the crash, which took another, year or two, and people will mistakenly buy on the way down, thinking that it's going to go back to its former glory. You can see it come down and then sharply down, like falling off a building, and then it spikes back up. And you can see those people who rode it up to 1,400, jumping in and going, okay, good, it's more joy. But then you get the final crash down into 2019, and you get another base forming 2019, 2020. Now, that base, that graph does not show the pricing as super flat. One could argue that wasn't a base because typically a base is much flatter than that. But I saw it as a base, and I stuck my toe in the water there. I bought in at 190 back, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and Ethereum's now trading at about 400 today, 390 some odd. So that's the drill that both gold and silver will go through. I will, I watch these things daily. I write about them in the newsletter. So I encourage you. The newsletter is $99, but we reduced the price from $249 a year to $99 a year during this, whatever you want to call this mess we're going through economically in the country. But $99, that's what is that? That's a little bit less than $8 a month, $2 a week. And if you don't, benefit $99 during the year, I haven't done a good job. So I repeat, in this month's issue at strategicfinancialintelligence.com, I am specifically naming 3 mining stocks where I've looked at the graphs. I've also gotten information about the fundamentals of the mines from people who know that world a lot better than I do. So go to strategicfinancialintelligence.com, sign up, and hopefully we'll give you advice that'll help you flourish and prosper. This is the Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. We are with you every week from the CRN studios in Los Angeles, Thursdays at 4 o'clock. And we'll look forward to sharing some information with you next week when we return, 4 p.m. Thursday, John Truman Wolfe Financial Hour. See you next week.